Hi again, we're on the high seas, surrounded by a lot of people. I'm surprised they're not honking their horns yet. Let's start that by hitting C. Now everybody's gonna do it. So you're probably here trying to figure out how the heck do I do my guild quest that has to do with, say, capturing buoys or collect Giena's coins or any of the different types of coins. Maybe the how to do the storm related one. We're going to do a video on each one of them, but this is kind of the precursor. So first up, you want to go to a sailing co-op. Now you can hover over them in your task menu. So your alarm system, you can go to your sailing and you can hover over each to see what kind of coin reward they give. So the low level ones, the 302s, give Giena's coins. You've got your ancient coins, sun coins, etc. So if it's a collect whatever type of coin, just go do the sailing co-op that rewards those, and everything that you do in those will give you coins. So this is also kind of just an overview of sailing co-ops as well and how they work. Hopefully we'll be able to kind of knock out a couple of the videos here because it is a quick chain of events. So the way that it works, it's going to be starting here in about a minute. Each one, so Arthetine, Phaeton, actually let's go back into the whole list. So you have all your different areas, and they will start with a specific quest every single time, but then the quests afterwards are reliant on the area. They will random roll between a bunch of different quests in the area. So you can see this one just popped up on the map here. So this is called Pull It Together. So Pull It Together is for Arthetine specifically. That's where we're at. So Arthetine. The first one here will always... You don't need to be in a party, but somebody's inviting, so I'm just going to join. So even though it says co-op, it's co-op between all the people that are here. You don't actually need to get in a party to change your contribution. It literally does nothing. So don't worry about partying up like I just did. So Pull It Together is used for She Drifts Sea Gifts. That's a tongue twister. So this is a daily that you can do, and basically you can get the Astray ship by doing this a lot of times. So it's at the very end of the reputation, the Astray. So you have to do it a total of 5, another 8, 12, so you need 25 times. That means 25 days of doing this quest, and it requires that you do either Pull It Together or Storm Treasures. Pull It Together is here in Arthetine, the Arthetine sailing co-op. It is the very first one that appears, and then all the ones after that are randomized between the ones that can spawn in this area. So there's one that spawns over here, there's one that spawns, I think, over in this area, there's one up in the ice area up here. You'll see once we get to that point. This video is going to be quite long because we're going to be doing each one of these events, because this is kind of the sailing co-op video. But we're going to kind of knock out a bunch of different things. So that's how you do She Drifts Sea Gifts. You either do the co-op, the first one here for Arthetine, or the first one for Yorn. So Yorn, it's down here. So it spawns right in here, and that one is the Storm Treasures. So you have to do one of those two to do that daily quest, and these only pop up at specific times a day. And you only get so many chances. So you can see, like, the Yorn one here on the 28th, it's going to be 11:30. Actually, is it not showing one for today? Is it not in the list? So there isn't even one today. It might have already happened, and now it's not showing, so I probably missed it. So you want to kind of plan this out, and that's also why missions like this, they give you two options. So that's why we're here. And the only way that you can see what the mission is waiting until you get there, and it's about to start, and it'll show the name of it. Pull It Together. Time left till start, so you can see it's going to start in 3 seconds. This one's really easy. So Pull It Together is literally a matter of getting in one of these circles and hitting your treasure salvaging. Jeez, I can't say words today. And you just keep hitting that, and you're going to get pirate coins. And this is probably the most boring of the sailing co-op quests. Like, every single one has some sort of cool mechanic. This is literally just hit Q over and over and over. And every now and then you'll get another box that'll be like attached to this, or you'll get like a golden chest or both. Like, it'll be attached to it and get a golden chest. We'll see if we get any, but you can see this is just going up like crazy because all these people are contributing. It's a co-op quest. So you can see I just finished She Drifts Sea Gifts because I did the 5. So you just keep going and until this is complete, and then that's where the sailing co-op quests get interesting. A lot of people do this first one, and then they leave. They go back to whatever the heck they're doing because there is no timer to tell you about the next stuff. So we have to do this for 2 minutes. This is literally it. Like, this is for the that daily quest. Sometimes you'll get Guyana's coins if it's one of the good ones. So if you have the guild quest for Guyana's coins, you're obtaining them. See, we just got that attached gold one. So every time you get a Guyana's coin like that, it's going to go up on that guild weekly. So you can see we finished it. So you get a key of harmony. Now these keys, as well as the coins, so these keys are used for the gates. So in your sailing things here, you have your gates. These gate ones, you can only open the chest at the end for rewards if you have the key, the respective key. Now that one's complete, if you go to your map, you'll find one blinking. So we've already been part of it, so we're going to go to this one. It's now Catch Blue Marlin. So we random rolled each time you do any of these zones. So the Arthetine and the Annika, the two that spawn over here, and I think the Vern one as well, they have a starting mission that they do specific to them, but then afterwards it will choose between all the different missions that are in the area, but it has to be the ones that are close by. So it'll do them in a chain of 4 events, and the events will stop if no one gets here. So this starts in 1 minute and 5 seconds, meaning that someone has to get there between this massive group of people. And the only time that you're not going to get there is, say, this area is a frost area. It's the frozen sea. There's the dead areas. There's the sirens areas. So you'll see all these people are stopped here because they still have 1 minute before they need to get in there. So they don't want to take damage on their ship. Another option that you have is there's these the ports that you can pay for. So if you have lots of pirate coins and you don't really care, or your ship's just super weak and you don't feel that you're going to live if you go into that ice area, you can go over here, you can unlock the port, pay 150 coins, and then you can go into the port and you can repair your ship. You can even change which ship that you're going to be doing. So if you have a better ship for resisting ice, so I think all 3 of these have the same ice resistance for me, so I'm just going to keep with this. Maybe you want to change out the sailors real quick, somebody that's good at protection from ice. I don't know if I have anybody. They're already... Oh, no. Okay, so we'll switch those 2 out. So we have a little bit more ice resistance on the ship now. So you can see it started when I was over there. So we're gonna just boost and try to get in there. So this one here is for catching Marlin. We have to work together as a co-op quest to shoot down these giant Marlins. So you're just going to use your harpoon gun, which is your W key, and you just chase these around together. This can be extremely difficult if you don't have a lot of people doing this. So you want to try to get in a very populated channel when you're doing the sailing events, if they're the co-op ones. As you can see, there's like 10 of us or so shooting this one Marlin, and he's just not going down. He's just tanking us. So you get a total of 3 minutes to try to kill all 5 for the maximum rewards, or minimum 20%, so one of them has to die for you to get at least something from this. If you fail to continue the quest, it usually stops the chain of sailing quests. Sometimes it doesn't, though. It's been really odd. There's been the odd time where it didn't stop the chain, you got to keep going. But generally speaking, you want to just try to get in a channel with as many people and work together to finish the co-op. You can see we've already taken out 2 out of 5 just because there is a ton of people on today. It's a Sunday, so there's lots of people able to play. There's been days where I'll come up here and there's just me and like 2 other ships and we just lose. So there's 3 down, so you can see on your mini-map, you can see the Marlin swimming around. So just chase him. You just got this horde of people now going for him. So he should die real quick. You can see that HP bar is just melting. So we got another Key of Harmony because we fully completed the event. Now if you go back to your map again, you'll see we got another one blinking here. So there's one starting right here. This one's called White Dawn, or sorry, this one's Buoy, oh Buoy. So this is the one that we forever could not figure out how to do, because we didn't realize that these events kept chaining like this early on as a guild. And that was the first guild quest that we chose, was Buoy, oh Buoy. Or more specifically, capture buoys. So as a guild leader, you can go to weekly tasks, you get to choose a weekly task for your guild. And we thought, capture buoys? That sounds super easy. It's something like, it's a sailing quest, so it should be stupid easy, right? We couldn't find this, but now that we have, it's one of our favorite quests because it is so easy to do. The only limit is that it is time gated. You have to have one of these quests come up. It doesn't have to be Buoy oh Buoy. It just has to be one of the ones that has buoys in it. Now this quest, it is a racing quest. So in 1 minute, we're either going to have a path go across this way down through the ocean, or it's going to go all the way down here. There's 2 different racing locations from this one. So it's either going to go left or it's going to go right. So if you want to win the race, I suggest pointing yourself straight down. That way you can be ready to sprint left or sprint right. You want to also maybe go around in circles until you get your speed up bar. And if you really want to win, you got to go and get those amethysts and get the, I think it's a dolphin or a whale, because that is the fastest ship, but it has no abilities. So it's like twice as fast as the other ship, so you can just win this race all the time. Now, for me, I want to complete Capture Buoys. This is an alt guild, and I'm going to do this entire quest myself. So most of these people are all new guilds, they're all alts, they don't have time to go do this, but I want to make sure that this guild, as an alt guild, gets its quest done for the week, all 20 of these points. So I have accepted this quest. Now you can see it's gone left, so we're going to boost over here. So if I look at the map, you see that line. You want to get to the end, you want to grab the first place buoy. If not, you're going to grab the second place buoy. However, if you're just trying to do your guild quest and you want a lot of guild contribution, you want to try to do this for your entire guild yourself, you're just going to pick up this buoy. Just going to make sure this is... Okay, so we're good. So you can just keep picking this up. You can see it's 2 out of 5. And it's going to respawn 3 out of 5. So these speed you up so you can keep going in the race, but you can just keep grabbing them. And as soon as this completes, so I'm just spamming G, picking them up, go in here, you complete the quest, go back into J, you accept the quest, you keep picking them up. So I've completed my guild weekly as a single character. I just got a bunch of bloodstones for it. But I can keep doing this. I can power level my guild's quest on my own. So if this is an alt guild, this is a great quest for it, because you just have to do this usually 1 set, maybe 2 sets. So we're going to do that. We're going to get the other one. It's going to pop up. We're going to complete it. We're going to do alt J, go back in, and keep picking them up. So you can usually do that process faster than it's going to actually take the respawn. So as people are getting to the end, it's boosting this number up. So you want to try to get as many of them before this completes for your guild's goal. So, see, they actually completed before I managed to get over there. So I might not actually get to finish this, but this is how easy this quest is. So we're just going to do that one there. We're going to go back in. We're going to accept it again and see if we can keep going. I dilly-dallied a little bit there, so I might not get as many as I want to. But you can see it's 99%, so it's waiting for, I think, 1 more person to go. And you got another minute. So I'm just sitting here, just powering through this quest. And I'll show you at the end how each time I complete this, I'm getting, I think, 6 points towards the guild quest. So we just complete that again. We're going to go back in. We're going to accept it again. We're just going to keep doing this until this is fully over. I know I'm technically holding all those people hostage from the next event, but this is for the guild's sake. I'm doing this for my guild. So we're 2 out of 5. Are we going to get the 5 out of 5? We might. We got 30 seconds left. So this is how easy Buoy oh Buoy is to do. The collect buoys quest. You just want to find like Buoy oh Buoy, or there is another buoy quest. So you can do it again. I'm not going to get them all this time. But, you know, you do this 2 days at most. Usually you can just complete it all in 1 day if you get to level 2. So, see, as a team, we got all the way to platinum. So I still got the Key of Harmony by doing nothing but accepting my guild quest. Now we have catch malodorous sharks. So this is in a dead zone. So dead waters level 1. If you're not resistant to dead waters, you might want to stop at the nearby port, because you would have ended your quest over here. You could stop at that port. For me, I'm going to stop at this port. Because... Oh, okay, so you only get... It only lasts for so long after you've paid for that port. But I'm going to stop at that one because it's on my route. But while we're sailing here to try to catch up to everybody, I'm just going to go back into my guild menu. So you can see, I completed that enough times to complete the entire weekly task for the whole guild. Like, it's expecting you to take 5 guild members and do this. And do it one time. You know, you'd race through there and you during the race you'd pick up a buoy at each one, and then when you hit the end, when you pick up the final buoy, it locks you. You can't move anymore. So you can just stay at that first one and collect them, return in the quest. You can see my guild contribution just skyrocketed to 160. In this guild, it's an alt guild, so we don't have a high contribution to be able to get to the end. But I just maxed it out, basically. I got the quest done, so our guild is now going to be able to get all this XP at the end of the week. So that's how easy Buoy O Buoy actually is. It was hard to find, but once you found it, so that it often comes up here. Now, Conquer Hazardous Waters is a different quest, which I don't think we're going to get on this set. I believe it actually comes from some of the higher level ones. It's some of the options where you're doing something in like one of these, the Tempest Seas. We'll have to probably do another video on that. So I'm just going to stop by up here. I believe that event has already started. It has already started, so we're trying to just get in here real quick. We're going to repair our ship. So you can see how, if you're doing this, and you were doing it for the Guild Weekly, you know, that was probably why you were here. But if you want to finish the sailing co-op, other people managed to get there. If I was the only one in this channel, I wouldn't have made this. So this wouldn't have got to actually start. So I'm going to try to get over there as fast as I can, and my teammate here, maybe he's contributing, hopefully. I'm sure there's probably still another like 20 or so. And you just keep following this chain. It's a total of 4 per sailing co-op. So we started here, we had 1, we had 2, and then we had 3, which was the race, and 4. So this is the final one of this set. And again, this is kind of randomized. So that Buoy O Buoy doesn't always happen on number 2. Number 2, 3, and 4 are picked from a pool that you can get from Arthetine and Annika. Because they're both in, I think, Vern as well. They're all in this area. We're almost there. This one's actually pretty hard to do, so we'll see if these guys are getting wrecked or not. So this guy's out here because he got teleported out. You'll see when we get in here, we're actually going to just cancel the route and take over manual. So this one, the way that it works is you have to kill these sharks. You're trying to save, well, you're trying to kill off the sharks, but you've got, it's in dead water, so there's these giant ghost fish. You can see that one just ate somebody. So you got to dodge these while also going around and shooting these sharks. Now, the fish will come out if they find somebody, so if you go near that red thing, they'll jump out and they'll eat you. If you get eaten, you get teleported outside of this area and you have to come back. And usually, I think you get a slow debuff as well. So it just really slows you down. Now, because there's so many people here, we're actually going to win this. We might not reach the 270, but we're definitely going to reach the 2% needed because we're at 37%. And in Dead Waters, you get this terrible effect. So I might get eaten by a fish here. You also can't do any abilities during it. So now, one thing to note on a... So I just got eaten by the fish. So you see, I just got teleported out, and I'm now slowed, so I can't get back in very easy, and you can go back. So luckily, these guys have basically completed the quest for me, and I got to participate a little bit. But anything where you have to shoot something repeatedly, when you shoot it once and move on and shoot something else, the reason for that is that they'll drop boxes that you can drive over to pick up loot, so those coins. You can see there's no more things on the map. So that was the 4th event, so it's now over. This is not one of the loot boxes. That's just a fast energy. So if I had to run around shooting each of those sharks once, as other people kill them, because it's a co-op event, it doesn't matter if it's your party or not, they will drop a box that if you sail over it, it'll give you coins of the respective event. So either pirate coins or Guyana's coins in this one's case. So that's entirely how a sailing co-op works. If you want to try to do the ones that are going to give you the coins that you want. So if you're just looking for pirate coins, you want to do the highest level that you can. So again, you can go into your alarms, go to sailing, choose the one with the highest level if you just want pirate coins. It's going to give you the most pirate coins, and it'll give you the highest tier coins. So like in this one, the sun coins, they turn into way more pirate coins than the Guyana's coins. But you're going to have less people doing the 1302. Now again, each one of these sailing co-ops, the very first mission that you do is always the exact same. And then the other 3 afterwards that you have to find and follow a chain, they will be randomed out of a pool for that area. So like the area down here will have a random pool. So it's usually like 4 or 5 different types of quests. So if you get the Buoy guild quest, you want to go to either Arthetine, Annika, Vern, and hope that your 2nd, 3rd, or 4th ends up being that race. Super easy to complete, as you saw. You can it feels almost like an exploit. It's so easy, but ultimately you only get to turn that in once for bloodstones. After that, you're just helping do your the guild's actual task. So that's it for sailing quests. We knocked out sailing quests. We knocked out where is it? Where's the completed one? Accepted quests? It's She Drifts Sea Gifts. I always tongue tie on that. So that's your daily for trying to get the Astray ship. So we knocked that out. Then you knocked out your guild quest and how all of this works. So it's a succession. And later on, you're going to want to then take those keys that you got and you're going to want to find the gate that relates to that key. So in this case, the Gate of Harmony. And when you do that quest, that one will be like a competitive, where the Gate of Harmony specifically splits you into 2 groups and you have to shoot fish, and whatever team gets the most fish killed wins. You get a bunch of extra coins, but then there's a chest at the end and you get to use those keys that you got from these normal sailing quests. So in sailing material in your inventory here, at the very bottom you have your keys. So I have 12 of them. So I'm most likely going to do the next Gate of Harmony, because you can actually continuously open that chest over and over and over. So you don't need to go do it every time you get 1 key. But if you get like 5, 10, whatever amount you feel, go and just open the chest repeatedly and, you know, save your time. You don't have to go there for every single key that you get. That's sailing, and unfortunately I can't cheers from a boat. I mean, there might be a guy on that boat. No, you can't see anybody. So, cheers.